I'm sure y'all boys tired of having an inconsistent day every other day. One day you productive, the next day you slacking. One day you doing everything right, the next day one thing just throw you off. Luckily for y'all boys, I'm here to fix that. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you 7 points, 7 ways you can guarantee a productive day every day. As long as you follow these 7 points, gang, you gonna be good. You ain't got no choice but to have a productive day because they all tie into each other very well. Starting off with number 1, wake up early in the morning. Yo early could be 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. Shit, it could even be 8 a.m. As long as you waking up in the morning, earlier is better. You got the whole morning from whatever time you wake up until 12 or 1 p.m. Within that time frame, for most people, that is the most quiet and focused part of the day. For a lot of people who don't work morning shifts at their job, they usually have a lot of time in the mornings. And since that is the most focused and quiet part of your day, it allows you to sit there and have 0 distractions. The only way you could possibly get distracted in the morning is if you distract yourself on your phone, or if you distract yourself doing something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, whether it's watching TV, doom scrolling on TikTok or Instagram, playing the game for whatever reason, Other than that, it is so easy to stay focused. It is the most quiet, focused part of your day. It is the most important part of your day, which is why they always tell you eating breakfast is the most important meal of your day, because in the mornings, bro, everything is vital. It literally sets the tone for your entire day. I'm going on to number 2. We got stay on top of your hygiene, gang. You will be shocked how many people aren't on top of their hygiene like they're supposed to, gang. When you wake up in the morning, if you're feeling druggy, if you're not a morning person, trust me, I know it's hard for me to get up in the mornings too. You got to get up and just get in that bathroom and get your hygiene started off. That is one of the biggest jump starters of the day. When you washing your face, get that rag, put that hot rag over your face, whatever to make you wake up. Get to brushing your teeth, get to smelling good, put that deodorant on, put that oil on if you got to, man. Once you feel good, smell good, look good in that mirror, you're going to feel good. Gang, the rest of your day going to go very well because first off, you fresh, you looking good, you smelling good. That's all a man really need to start their day off. Imagine if you started your day off looking good and smelling good every single day. You will feel happy. You will feel good. You will have a level of confidence in yourself that you would not have in yourself if you didn't start off your day like that. Going on to point number 3, we got moving your body, bro. A lot of people work out for this very reason early in the morning. When you move in your body, you get that blood flowing. You get that blood flowing, you get that heart pumping, you get your brain working. Now you're finally you're thinking of yourself like an engine, man. Like a lot of cars during the winter, you got to sit in that car after you crank it up and let the engine heat up. By moving your body, you letting your internal engine, your heart, your body heat up. When the rest of your body heat up and it's warmed up, your mind's sharp. When your mind's sharp, you ready, you motivated, you actually able to do stuff. You actually able to move around, think clearly. Move your body in the morning. You may not have to do a full-on workout, but just going for a walk down the street from your house. It don't even got to be an hour-long walk. It don't got to be no mile-long walk. Get your steps in. Walk around your house. You could literally pace around your house for a couple minutes just to get your mind right, just to get your body active, just to get moving, bro. That's all it takes. Because once your body get to moving, bro, your mind get to moving too. Think about the times when you woke up and went to school. You ain't feel like getting up that morning. You ain't feel like going to school, but you know you had to go. Your mama or your dad was going to be on your behind. But when you actually got up and moved and got on that bus, got in that car, got to school, started moving around, that energy started coming in steadily, right? Next thing you know, an hour or 2 into your day, you actually good for the most part. Point number 4 is doing the harder tasks first. So if you know you got a list of things to do in that day, my recommendation is to do the hardest task first. You at the peak of your day, peak energy, it's the morning. You might as well get the hardest thing first. If you do the hardest thing on that list first, everything else on that list is going to be easier. And since you already used the majority of your energy, not even the majority, but the peak of your energy got contributed to doing that harder task first, the rest of those things down and on that list, it's going to be so easy. Next thing you know, you're going to get through your whole list of things to do so easy in the morning. You're going to have hours and hours and hours of free time in your day. Free time you can use however you like. Me personally, I would like to find more productive things to do because, the more productive stuff you do throughout your day, past what you were already supposed to do, will only propel you even further in life. But I digress. We moving on to point number 5 now, which is stop negotiating with yourself, bro. One of the biggest things that throw your day off, even when it's going good, is that moment of laziness, that one singular moment of laziness. Like when you know you're supposed to be doing one thing after you done did something else, and you're like, all right, let's go on to the next. And your mind go, all right, let's take a little quick break. Let's do this little thing real quick. Let's go indulge in something real quick. You know what I'm saying? We'll get back on track. Stop. You negotiating with yourself. Stop negotiating with yourself. Because once you feed into that little voice in your head telling you to do something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, it doesn't end. Then you're going to do that one thing and go to another thing you're not supposed to do, and it compounds. Next thing you know, your whole day got thrown off. You ain't got enough energy to actually want to go do the rest of the things you're supposed to do. Why? Because you use so much of that energy doing things you wanted to do because you negotiated with yourself. When you hear that voice trying to distract you, ignore it. That is literally the devil on your shoulder. That is literally the devil on your shoulder. When you know you got stuff to do, tackle that first. Like I said in previous videos, the only dopamine you want in your mind rushing through you is the dopamine of you completing your goals. That is the only motivator you ever need. That is the only thing that's going to push you forward in life. Stop negotiating with yourself. You literally sabotaging yourself by negotiating with yourself. This is something that I struggle with every day, and I've been getting pretty good at it. I've been getting pretty good at not listening to that voice, not negotiating with myself. Every single time you get that thought, literally sit there and tell yourself, all right, bro, I can't listen to that voice. You have to be very conscious and cognizant in that moment whenever you're going through that, bro. You have to sit back and analyze, hey, bro, am I negotiating with myself or am I being reasonable? And 9 times out of 10, you are negotiating with yourself. Please stop negotiating with yourself. Point number 6, man, we got tracking your progress. Tracking your progress is literally I want to say, kind of the baseline, because if you don't know where you're at, how you going to know where you're going? You feel me? And that go for a lot of things in life. Take it how you want it. But in this video, for this context, I mean, tracking yourself and knowing where you at in terms of your goals for the day. You woke up in the morning, you did that hard task. What's the next step? If you're not tracking what you're doing, it's going to be easy to forget. Next thing you know, by the time you go to sleep at night, you're going to realize, hey, I forgot to do this today. I forgot to do that today. I could have did more today. You won't have that problem if you just track your goals, whether that's write it down on a whiteboard, write it down on a notebook, or put it in your reminders on your phone. We all have phones. Your phone do a lot more than you think. A lot of stuff that we can do on our phones, we forget about because we don't take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Track your goals on your phone, on your notes. You could literally go in the notes app and put down your goals and put bullet points next to each of those goals and come back and check them off on your phone. The notes app made the reminder app completely useless, by the way. Not completely, because you can still get notifications, but you know what I mean, bro. Track your progress. Like I said before, if you don't know where you at now, you're not going to know where you at later, or you're not going to know where you're going later. Track your progress. If you're not tracking, you're lacking. Last but not least, number 7, get you a good night's sleep. Set you a bedtime. I know growing up, you probably thinking like, hey man, I ain't no jit no more. I ain't no little kid no more. I don't got no bedtime. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown woman. Bruh, we got to stop letting people make us think that having a bedtime is childish. That is not childish. The most productive, the most successful people in the world literally have a bedtime. They have a time where they have to go to sleep so that they can get enough sleep to keep going in the morning and doing what they're supposed to be doing on a daily basis to maintain their lifestyle. Anybody that tells you having a bedtime is childish or anything along those lines, I promise you they are not where they want to be in life. They are not focused. They do not understand the purpose of a bedtime. If they think it's childish, they're being childish. Have you a scheduled time you go to sleep so you can get enough rest to get up in the morning and do everything all over again. Mind you, like I said in the previous point number 1, literally, waking up in the morning is the most important time of the day. That is the most focused you'll ever be. That is the most free time and most undistracted time you'll ever have in that day, given you're not at work. So going to bed on time so that you can wake up in the morning is just as essential as waking up in the morning. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna get up with y'all, bro. If you made it this far in the video, if you made it to the end of this video, put a 5 in the comment section down below and check out my previous videos, bro. You're gonna see it on the screen here in a minute. But with that being said, I hope y'all learned something from this video. I hope y'all actually taking notes and actually taking into account what I just said. And I'm gonna get it with y'all next time.